Hello, track insiders. So, I've been missing from the scene for a minute, but now I'm back to add my 2 cents to what's happening in the track and field space leading into the Tokyo 2025 World Championships. So, with just a few weeks to go, we're seeing every single athlete fine-tuning their game as they seek to make it onto the podium at the 2025 games. We have seen the US female sprinters firing on all cylinders, and most definitely we have seen the Jamaican male sprinters absolutely crushing it. So much so that the question is being asked, is Jamaica's males finally coming back to dominate like in the Usain Bolt era? Pretty interesting question, but here's the real issue. We have seen so many interesting matchups so far this season that has made it near impossible to declare any clear favorite who will walk away with this year's crown. In this video, I'm zooming in on the most recent contest that has left almost everyone stunned. Oblioque Seville versus Noah Lyles at the Lausanne Diamond League meeting. The truth is, the track and field world was anxiously awaiting this race because for the fourth time in almost 2 years, Noah Lyles and Oblioque Seville were coming up head to head, and somehow Seville seemed to have Lyles in his pocket 3 of these matchups. Oblioque Seville won in 2024 at the Racers Grand Prix, leaving Noah Lyles in the distance. We saw where Noah Lyles turned the table on Oblioque Seville at last year's Paris Olympic Games, where, of course, Noah was in first place and Oblioque Seville was in last place. But to be fair to Oblioque Seville, though, he suffered some injury in that race and ended at the back of the field. Now, the next race was in London in that Diamond League meeting, where Oblioque Seville did leave Lyles in the distance again. And here we are in 2025, where Oblioque Seville did the very same thing in very adverse weather. The rain was pouring quite heavily. Now, of course, all the sprinters had to run in the very same condition. Oblioque Seville, Noah Lyles, Akeem Blake, and the others. But when the race ended, Oblioque Seville recorded one of his fastest times in his entire career. And I say one of his fastest times. 9.87 seconds. A very impressive time given the conditions that these sprinters were running in. But Oblioque Seville was not to be stopped. He stormed his way to victory. Of course, Noah Lyles finished in second place, 10.02 seconds, clocking the same time as Akeem Blake of Jamaica. Now on to the big issue. Oblioque Seville is slowly but surely exposing Noah Lyles' weakness. Now, of course, Noah Lyles for sure is a very great competitor. I think Noah Lyles is a better competitor overall than how good of an athlete he is in the 100 meters. Now, so based on that fact, Noah Lyles is going to bring out something special when he is under pressure. Now, because of this, so many people hold Noah Lyles in a very high esteem, thinking that it's near impossible to beat Noah Lyles when it comes on to the big games. That's the view of most people, of course. But here we are seeing where Oblioque Seville is showing that Noah Lyles is very beatable, big competition or not. And here's why I say this. In the last 3 meetings between Seville and Noah Lyles, there's something interesting that happened each time in every single race. Here's what I'm talking about. Usually, Noah Lyles is known for his great top-end speed. So when it comes on to the ending part of his race, you will see where Noah Lyles is taking down sprinters, and he will come from close to being in the middle to the back of the field and ends in first place. That's how Noah Lyles reels in the athlete that he races against. And there's a specific reason for this, because some people seem to think that Noah Lyles is actually getting faster when it comes on to the ending of the race. But this is what Noah Lyles is doing. But Oblioque Seville and coach Glenn Mills have figured it out. Noah Lyles is not actually going faster in the closing meters of his race, but Noah is maintaining his top end speed better than anyone else in the race. When you look at a Noah Lyles and a Kishane, you will see where Noah Lyles seemed to be reeling in Kishane in the matchups that we have seen between these two athletes. But on the other hand, with Oblioque Seville and Noah Lyles, we are seeing where Noah Lyles failed on 3 different occasions to run down Oblioque Seville. So what does this mean? This means that Glenn Mills has worked on Oblioque Seville, that just like Noah Lyles, he's holding his top end speed for longer than other athletes. And that's the trick in beating Noah Lyles, and Oblioque Seville has exposed it on 3 different occasions. When you look at the margins in the different races by which Oblioque Seville would have beaten Noah Lyles, you would understand that Oblioque Seville is doing the very same thing that Noah Lyles is doing. He is maintaining his top end speed for a longer period than the rest of the field. So while the others are slowing down, he's still holding his speed for a longer time and is in fact decelerating slower than the others. And that's the trick in beating Noah Lyles, and Oblioque Seville and Glenn Mills found that out. Kishane Thompson now and coach Stephen Francis need to work on that aspect of Kishane's race, where Kishane maintains his top end speed for longer. So I'm telling you this, if Oblioque Seville goes into the World Championships with a certain level of confidence, knowing that he can beat Noah Lyles, and he gets a very decent start and runs his best race, there's no way Noah Lyles is going to chase down Oblioque Seville, because they both are maintaining their top end speed longer than the rest of the field. That's the reason why Noah Lyles has never been able to track down Oblioque Seville. And if you don't believe me, go back and look on the tape. Now, it's quite unfortunate that Oblioque Seville has been having issues whenever he reaches into the big championships. But the fact that this year Glenn Mills is running Oblioque Seville in more races, I think this is going to make him a better athlete going into 2025. If Oblioque Seville gets his act together, he's going to be very hard to be beaten. So of course, we see that Kishane is ahead of him. So let's say if Kishane does this thing, run 9.7 low, Oblioque Seville, based on the time that we're seeing now, could end up being in a silver medal position, or very well. Oblioque Seville is improving, and we are seeing it. He's getting more confidence, and he's running some really good looking races. Of course, his form is impeccable. He's maintaining his form. So all Oblioque Seville needs now is the confidence, and if he gets that, and that grades that we saw in the last race against Noah Lyles, it's going to be hard for anybody, including Kishane Thompson, to beat this gentleman. So of course, Oblioque is exposing Noah Lyles' weakness, or should I say is exposing Noah Lyles' strength and strategy. Maintaining your top end speed for a longer period is going to result in you finishing very close to Noah Lyles. And that's what Glenn Mills has figured out. And because of that, Oblioque Seville has Noah Lyles in his pocket.